Tomorrow is National Healthcare Decisions Day, a day to remind people, regardless of their current health, of the importance of making healthcare decisions known to others. Joining us now is Cynthia Gordon, an ethics committee member at the Rochester Regional Health System. Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This is so important, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Everyone should be listening to this.
Right. If you're 18 years of age and older, you really need to make a decision on what you would want your end-of-life decisions to be. And you need to make that known to family members, spiritual advisors, physicians, and like. And you need to fill out your New York State healthcare proxy and your New York State living will.
How do you go about getting access to all this stuff?
You can go to, very simply, you can go to Compassion and Support, compassionandsupport.org, which is a link on the Excellus webpage. And Dr. Patricia Baum has been doing a lot of work in this space for the last 20 years. And if you go to that website, it'll give you all the information on how to download these forms. You don't need an attorney to fill them out.
Okay.
And you just need to have 2 witnesses. And the witnesses cannot be either a physician that's taking care of you or somebody that you've chosen to be your healthcare proxy.
Okay, this does not sound like something I've done.
Okay.
Do you find that a lot of people have not done this?
Yes, and that's why there's so much conversation about this right now around tomorrow, and again, myself being here today, is because most people have not made that decision. And what happens if something catastrophic happens to somebody at a younger age, which is usually why people die when they're younger or in that particular situation, or when you get older and you're in the hospital and you have a lot of chronic conditions, and now you might be in a situation where, you know, things are really turning bad for you. That's the wrong time to have the conversation. And the one thing with healthcare, we've had the opportunity, because of the advancements in healthcare, to expand and extend people's lives. But with that also comes the fact that because we're doing that, people are not dying of normal causes. And people need to make decisions so that the decisions that are made at the time of death for them are something that they would want. They want to die in the surroundings of their family, or maybe they want to die in their home. They do not want to be resuscitated. They do not want nutritional artificial feeding. Mm-hmm. And so these things need to be decided upon. And if you go to that website, it explains it very clean and concisely and very easy to fill out and help you work through making those decisions. And
I'm guessing, because you're telling us to do this, if you don't have that partner and other loved ones, they can't make that decision for you?
Well, if you've had, let's say you've never filled one out and you've had that conversation with your wife, then she can act on your behalf because you've had that conversation, but it's much better when it's in writing because it also helps your wife to be able to make those decisions for you. I was put in that situation a few years back when my father was in that type of situation, and I knew what his decisions were. So I was his healthcare proxy, and so when the time came whether or not we wanted to do anything more for him to extend his life, I could easily say, no, I know what his wishes are. And it was in writing to help support what I was saying for him.
How interesting. I don't mean to be morbid, but would you mind just giving us a scenario, especially with a young person, where they might find themselves unable to make that kind of decision?
Well, usually with young people, it's not an ailment. I mean, it can be, but it's not in most cases. Usually it's they've been in a bad car accident or some maybe whatever, something has occurred in their life where now they're in a situation where, you know, the end of life looks like it's coming. Does this person want to be put on life support? Do they want to be kept alive with artificial means? Or would they just rather die peacefully, surrounded by their family members? And, you know, as a young person, I never thought about those things, you know, and I think most people don't. But because I've been exposed to this, I've had these conversations with my 2 sons, who are one's 30, the other one's 35, to make sure that I know what their wishes are. And so I can help carry them out for them.
Yeah. So again, the 2 things you need to do?
You need to go to the website, and you'll find that there's something, the New York State healthcare proxy. And what that does is helps you pick 2 people that you would speak on your behalf. And the other one is New York State living will, and that is for you to write more directive things that you want done, like you might not want CPR, you might not want artificial nutrition, you want pain and comfort.
Yeah.
You know, those types of things. You'd be more direct about how you want your care to be.
This is probably a good time when you're doing all this also to talk about donor donation as well.
That's on there as well. So you can
or
fill
organ
out,
donation,
yep.
excuse me.
So there's an area on there where you can fill in what organs you want donated, all the organs or whatnot. So it's very clear and concise. Once these things are filled out, then you need to make sure your physician has a copy. You have to make sure that if you have an attorney, your attorney has a copy. If you have clergy that you're close to, and the two people that are your healthcare proxy.
So few people want to have this conversation, yet I'm so glad we're having it right now, and maybe it will encourage others to have it with their family members, because you don't want that time to come, but it could.
That's the purpose for us talking today, is to remind people how important it is to have that conversation.
Yeah. Well, Cynthia Gordon, thank you so much for coming on and spreading this message.
Yes.
I know that I'm going to make a mental note, and I'm going to go off and do that because it is so important. So.
Great.
All right, Cynthia, thank you so much again. Coming up, it's a beautiful day today, but there is some rain in the forecast. Where in the forecast, and whether you're going to need an umbrella for that rain, that's coming up.
Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood with Turfline Fertilizer. Quality products, local knowledge, and local support that only comes from a local company. Turfline Fertilizer, locally produced since 1956.
Need new windows? Now you can increase the value of your home and lower your energy bills. Call the experts at Dan Fulmer Construction, voted Rochester's #1 roofing and siding contractor. Don't overpay. Fulmer Vista triple pane windows are your energy saving solution. Call Dan Fulmer Construction now and take advantage of our spring pricing. Save 20% on your purchase and installation of triple pane windows. Same price as double pane. Call now.
Dan Fulmer Company.
It's new, it's exciting. We welcome you, we'll make it inviting. Come and take a look at our new line of innovation. Starts a conversation with you. It's our passion, we're all about your total satisfaction. We'll give you so much more, it's our value. We work with people who care, and we'll always be there for you. Bob Johnson, Nissan. Bob Johnson, Nissan.
Hey Rochester, it's back. Yellowtail wine for $2.79 after rebate. Hi, I'm Leanne from Lisa's Liquor Barn in Penfield. Buy any bottle of Yellowtail wine in over 17 varietals for $4.29 and save even more when you buy a case of 12 with an $18 mail-in rebate. Your final cost, just $2.79. Where? Only at Lisa's Liquor Barn in Penfield. Check out our website at lisasliquorbarn.com for even more great deals.
Do it yourself and save with Turfline's premium 4-step program. Hurry in to Grow More Farms for a Turfline 10,000 square foot 4-step program for less than $100. Grow More Farms, East Henrietta Road at Calkins, for all your lawn and garden needs.
This is a 13 Wham News Update.
Today it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for us. We'll see quite a bit of sunshine for much of the day. We'll get up to close to 60 for a high. We'll drop back to about 38 for a low tonight. A lot of sun today, mainly clear tonight. Tomorrow about 68. Again, some more beautiful weather then. That'll be the mildest day for the remainder of the work week. And pulling back to about 63 for Friday and Saturday. A couple showers either day. And then back into the 50s for early next week. Now back to Adam.
Artie, thank you. Right now, small protests are beginning in our area over minimum wage. The video that you're about to see here is from Jefferson Road near McDonald's last hour. Protesters in the Fight for 15 rallies are seeking a $15 minimum wage and the right to unionize. Today is day 2 of 5 for students taking Common Core exams. Many parents opted their children out, but the majority of students in our area are still taking the exams. The number of opt-outs, the highest in the suburbs. More than 2/3 of Fairport students, 3rd to 8th graders, refuse to take the tests. A woman from Greece accused of sending child porn will be back in court today. Megan McDonald's hearing was pushed back after a confrontation with the mother of an alleged victim. McDonald is accused of sending explicit images of 1- and 4-year-olds to a 911 operator. His name, Jason Cortez, who's also charged in the case. More local news over on Fox Rochester. Hope you flip over.
Dr. Phil, next on Fox Rochester.
What's happened to snacking? How did it become absent-mindedly eating one after the next? We are a creamy cheese that still believes in savoring our food. The Laughing Cow. Reinvent snacking.
New York State is reinventing how we do business by leading the way on tax cuts. We cut the rates on personal income taxes. We enacted the lowest corporate tax rate since 1968. We eliminated the income tax on manufacturers altogether. With Startup New York, qualified businesses that start, expand, or relocate to New York State pay no taxes for 10 years, all to grow our economy and create jobs. See how New York can give your business the opportunity to grow at ny.gov/business.
Here's another OAR success story.
I'm so grateful for the outcome of my knee replacement. I hope that I can play the role of a poster boy for future patients, and I thank Orthopedic Associates of Rochester.
Visit rochesterortho.com or call us today.
Have you ever experienced car dealer dread? That feeling you're going to pay more than you should, or that you'll have to haggle to get your best deal or get the actual car you want? Did you ever just want to get up and bolt out of a dealership? At Dorschel, we've revolutionized the car buying experience with one goal: removing car dealer dread. That's clear, simple, different. Clear. CompCheck gives you the market's best price up front every time. Simple. Work with one person who's not on commission. Different. Actually enjoy buying a car when you come see us at Dorschel.
Good Day Rochester is brought to you by the Rochester Area Ford Dealers.
You're watching Fox Rochester. And this is Good Day Rochester.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, think of your favorite show, all right? And when you hear that opening theme, it's like burned into your brain. I remember the Lost theme is like that for me. I ended up not liking the show, but I remember the theme. Well, House of Cards is going insane right now. Everyone who has Netflix, they can't stop talking about it. They can't recommend it enough. Well, the introduction, the theme, has a Rochester tie, and that tie has a name. Norma Holland is with this gentleman this morning. Hey there, Norma.
Good morning, Adam. His name is Jeff Beal. That is the tie to the House of Cards theme, and he is a graduate of the Eastman School of Music. He's with us this morning to talk all about his visit to Rochester. He's here visiting with students. He's performing at a free concert on Sunday at Kodak Hall if you want to hear him, and yes, that wonderful song from House of Cards. And Jeff, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Jeff, I walked in here and I was just gushing about how big a fan I am of this song. Not even just the series, but the song. Do people tell you that they enjoy that song with that bass intro that we, if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. I'll let you play.
Well, yeah.